Hey guys, welcome back to Jack on Tracks. In this episode, we are going to lay in this siding and roadbed. Contemplated not putting the siding up on roadbed, but I think it's just going to look better up on roadbed. And then if I have to, I'll raise up the structures to get the proper height if I have to do that. Alright, so this roadbed, this track needs the center line to end here at 12.5 inches. So I'm going to do it how I did it the first time. I have my ruler set to 12.5, right? Twelve and a half. All right. Now, what's going to happen is, the reason why I'm setting that for 12.5 is the last part of the run of this is going to be relatively straight. So I kind of need it to, I kind of need it, I just need that line so I can come into it. So we're done with this. I'll put that back where it belongs. And we got to go and get the long one out again. All right, so what we're going to do, once again, got to get our, one time I'll actually be well prepared. I'll have everything laid out once. But they're not predicting a cold winter this year, so hell ain't freezing over. So that side locked in pretty good. All right, so we're not running the whole length. We're not running this piece the whole length, but we do need it. All right, so basically what's going to happen here is my calculations, giving myself about an inch off the end, and we need these. So, because what's happening is this is going to curve back in. So, yeah. All right. So this is going to curve back in. I just got a phone call. I'll be right back, and we'll pin this in, and then we got to figure out how to make this cut so this is a nice transition. All right, guys. So I brought my laptop down so I could just go back and look at the pretty pictures again, and get a general idea what I needed, and just to get things a little bit easier for me to figure out. All right, so the center line of this track is going to be here at 12.5 inches from this fascia, right? That gives me a little more gap than normal. As you can see, I got about an inch or so gap. So we're going to have a bit of a straight. I'll give myself an inch over here. This is about 15. It's supposed to be a little bit longer than this, so it's one. I'm going to come back to 16 inches because in my drawings here, which I'll post the picture up in here, is kind of where the bend comes in. So let's get this bend over here. All right, so I can pretty much catch that right there, and that'll give me what I need. So let me close this computer and get out of my way. Run my whole empire on that little computer. But yeah, a little more manageable piece here. I don't have to be too exact because this is gonna get cut up anyway. Cut down anyway. So let me get this in. Send that home. Well, we're either going to do this completely correct or we're going to screw it up completely. So what I'm going to do is I got a piece of scrap down here. Got a piece of scrap. So what I'm going to do, I use the scrap. I might go back and revisit the legs shortly. All right, so I want this piece to come in here. About there. That's basically what I want to do. Get that little. Keep putting this away. I keep taking it back out. I just stop putting it away. I'm gonna keep needing this stupid thing. So basically, what we're doing here. And I'm cutting that line. Be careful. Let's try not to cut ourselves. All right. One thing I did notice is that this is getting dull. That's what that's for. Genius. Now, to be kind, your sanitation workers, put in a little piece of tape. I know, it doesn't look like a lot, but it's going to be enough to keep it from poking somebody. You put it in the garbage. All right, so got that. Let's try this out. I think that's going to be it. All right. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to do that to this. I think that's it. Not. I got more, Cook. I got more. We can do more. Mistakes can be made. All right. Let's check it out. I'm going to throw a bunch of these in. All right. So we got that in. This comes over. Lift up this rail. Not right, but that's a little too sharp. So we're going to bring that in. There we go. I think that's good. Let's come back. Let's come back another inch. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with. All right, so that's going to be that one. Put a couple more pins in here. Hold this down. And then what we're going to do, I don't know, should I glue this in? What do you think? You think I should glue this in first? Eh. Let's try this on for size. All right, so give this a trim, and then if that's the procedure we're going to use, we'll come back here and glue this road bed in, and then we'll call it a night. I'll come back and I'll finish this with you guys in the morning. Yeah, guys, I think that's it. I think that looks. I think that's gonna look good. All right. Where are we going? I actually have one more piece of painted track yet? No, I used all that painted track. Come back over here and grab this. I'm gonna have one piece of track left over. Not bad. Uh-huh. Yep, that's what it's gonna be. So think that's going to be the best we can do. May have to do a little adjustment. Might have to trim this back a little bit to pull this down, but we'll figure it out. What did I just do with my rotors? So, figure this out here. Cool thing about this ruler is it's almost the exact width. Almost the exact width of the track. All right, so we'll work with that. I'm gonna trim just a little bit off at the bottom of this piece right here to bring it down a little bit more, and we'll call it Dunsky. Start at 12. Okay. All right, that's not gonna work. On your line. On your line. It ain't pretty, but it ain't. It is what it is. All right. That did not work the way I wanted to. So, let's try this again. This is not coming out. This is definitely not coming out the way I want it to come out here. All right. All right. Let's try a different procedure on this. It's just not coming out the way I wanted to do it. I always have trouble doing this, so I'm not expecting it to be any different this time. All right, hold on a second. Straight. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. All right. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay these pins in here so I can get this curve somewhat reproduced in here. Twelve 12 inches. All right, let's get that in, and then we'll figure that out when this is set. All right, let's just pull this out. Just for shits and giggles, let me push these down. All right, that's what we're doing. Now, raise these up a little bit, and we'll set these in place. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give myself ½ inch to the end of the track, the end of the board. So let me do that. Bust out the old trusty Titebond. We're going to put this in, let this sit overnight, and then we'll come back to it in the morning. Yep. And not too concerned about there being a bit of a tight pinch right there in the bend, because it's not, there's going to be a siding. You're going to have a flat car and a hopper, or a flat car and a box car, or a box car and a box car. It's not going to be, the biggest thing you're going to have here is a 50-foot box car. So I'm not worried about that tight bend off there. But yeah, that's that. Let this sit overnight. Really let this set up. I could come back in 20 minutes, but I think I'm done for the day. Probably should be a video out of the trains actually running on here. I actually ran a switcher on here, and the switcher that I ran is notoriously out of spec. It's got in the same truck, one wheel is too wide, one wheel is too narrow. So I haven't done anything with that yet. I'm probably going to do a gear replacement on that because it's making the growl, the after and growl, and I'm probably going to look for a motor for it. I may do DCC, but I'm not sure yet. Thinking about doing DCC with sound on that unit because I want to play with something. But yep, that's what we're looking at. All right, so yeah, that's it. I'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. It's been about 12 hours, so this glue is all set up. I started videotaping a minute ago. Apparently, I ran out of room on my phone, so I just deleted a bunch of stuff and came back, but we kind of missed the part of me making this stuff. So what I did was I jammed a couple of pieces of this in here, figured out where I needed my angle to be. A little bit of a secret, shoving it upside down. That tells you basically what you're going to need. Trace it, take it out, and cut it. So that's what I did with this piece. So I did that piece fits in. it down, and I might have to just put a little piece at the end, but it is what it is. Not really a big deal because it's going to be all scenic over there, so we put a little dirt pile for the mound for the stop for the cars. But yeah, so that's basically what we're going to do. We're going to glue these in. I'm going to brush the glue on underneath here because it's going to make a mess trying to put this in. Even having to lift these up. I mean, I don't want, this is solid in here. Yeah, this silicone really works good. Look how straight that track is. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sorry, I get a little excited. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go. I'm gonna grab a couple of cheap brushes, and then we're gonna slap some glue in here. We'll get this bar. We'll get this off. We don't need this anymore. That was just to make sure I got that end piece down straight. Whatever it is, guys, I just broke. All right. So, I don't know how I haven't broken that yet, but yeah. And then I think tomorrow or later today, we're gonna start throwing dirt down. Yeah. Get some dirt. Get a little dirty down here. All right, so just gonna come in, wrap in, pop. I'm not gonna bed. I need about an inch at the end anyway. Nice about the cork, you can stretch it a little bit. As long as you pin it and stretch it. So, yeah, don't worry about that and that. That's gonna get filled with ballast. So that's not gonna really be an issue. Yep. Well, let's figure that out. All right, so we'll be right back. Once again, I'm semi-prepared. I just need to get a brush and then we'll start brushing in the glue. Oh, never mind. Found my brush. Let's keep going. I had a dream. All right. That works. So, you guys haven't noticed, I like Titebond. No, this stuff is not coming off once it's on. Alright, you're going to have a relatively clean track, clean bed here. Alright, so we're just getting in there. Paint a little bit. I want to get this. I want to make sure this end gets nice and glued in. I don't want it breaking off. So, I'll give a little bit in there. I'm gonna put a little light brushing on this edge because I like to make sure my edges are down. Get down with my sticky. All right. So a little bit on the bottom here. So slide this in place. I don't need that pin right there right now. Alright. So. Got a little bit right there. Any place that you have a joint, you kind of want to make sure you get a good glue in down there. Good amount of glue to hold everything in place. I'm thinking there's the possibility we'll get to start laying track on this today. So that's a plus. All right, let me see. So, the old glue it, spread it, and glue it. That's what we're going to do. What's nice is this reusable spreader. Comes in very handy. I always seem to know where it is. really seem to know where it is. Let's see, what do we got here? All right. All right, so we're back. Got a little bit of this laid in. All right. So technique I'm using is I'm pushing it in and pushing it forward a little bit, and that's getting me a little bit of extra cork out of this section of road bed here. All right. And what I do is come in here and clean this up a little bit. This Titebond does dry relatively fast. It, I don't want to say dries, it sets up pretty quick. That's another plus to it that I like. All right, just gonna push this down. I get squeeze out around the edge there. Make sure I got good contact. You know, I mean, it's gonna look good. That is gonna look nice. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I gotta get this pin right in here. That's gotta go a certain way. So what I'm gonna do is off camera while this dries, and I'm gonna take this and give it a little with the paint on it, so it looks conducive with the rest of the attraction. All right. So I know you don't know what the hell I just said. Neither do I. So, but yeah. So with that, we'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. This is all pretty much dried up, so we can start start getting this ready to put the track in here. I almost want to buy a pin cushion for this workbench. Oh, that's what I get for being too quick. All right, we'll fix that. Fix that in a second. All right. Remember I tell you? Use a lot of glue? Yeah, I didn't use enough glue. All right. No, this is not gonna be a problem. The middle is still kind of wet. So what we're going to do, yeah, we're going to bury this pin. So, all right, well, off camera, I painted this rail, and I cleaned it off, so it's ready to go. I also soldered these ends on because I wanted to be able to slide these in get this into position. But now, here's the situation. Kind of need to do a little weird bend right about here. Actually, no. I gotta do a little bit of a weird bend up further. Okay? About there. So, I'm going to set this pin in there to that bend. And what's going to happen is then all these center lines are going back in, all these pins are going back in the center line, straighten the track. That's basically what my side mill looks like. All right, so we had such a success with this silicone, we're going to bust it back out again. And we're going to silicone it in again. When I look at this compared to the way it looked on the AnyRail drawings, for some reason, in person it doesn't look as good. It doesn't look the way it did on the AnyRail. But measuring out wise, this is a little bit further this way, that's a little bit further that way. The problem I had with AnyRail, and oh, by the way, AnyRail did get back to me. I'm going to have another conversation with them because I think that what they did is a little short-sighted on their part, but I understand what they're saying, and I just want to talk to them about that. But they did get back to me. They got back to me the same day, so that right there is customer service. That's pretty fast too to get back to somebody. So I'll give them that. The problem I had with the divergent route was on me, not on them. It was when I put the somehow when I designed the rail in, I kinked this rail a little bit over, and it kind of, instead of coming off in a nice line, it kind of shot off a little bit. That's why it gave me messed up numbers. So I redid that, and that's fine. I'm glad they got back to me on that because I was thinking that it was definitely in the computer, but I went back and re-looked at it, and that's what it was. I still think they're drawing these just a little bit, about a half an inch too short, quarter inch on either side. I think they need to add to it to make it more usable for guys. Because in reality, they're giving you 8 inches, which is from here to here. The actual thing is actually from about here to here. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to take out. I don't know, somewhere in between might be a happy medium. I think it's too short. But knowing that, I can fudge it. I actually made my own rails and saved them in my database. So I won't be making that mistake again. Yeah, so here we go. That's basically it. Let me cut this at the end here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take these Katie's, this Katie tool, and I'm actually going to show you something really cool with this. I know I mentioned it before, but I'm going to show you actually how it works. So let me cut my length here. Alright. That's staying in place, that one, because that's where my bend is. Come back here, grab these out. Take this out all nice and nice. Alright. So, what I was talking about, this Katie tool. You got that little hole in the middle? That's not for a handle. That is actually so you can drill a hole in your rail tie. Alright, so basically line it up on there. If you look, that little fat piece is perfect in the tie. It's probably in the instructions, but I never read those anyway. So let me see. Alright, let me take this off and see what side this is. That is the size. Alright, so a little bit smaller than what's in there, but it will work. Really simple. Line up with your tie. There it goes. You got a hole. Alright. I just want one extra hole at the end. And the other thing is that hole's nice and tight. The pin fits in there nice and tight. So we got that going for us. We're gonna save that. All right, so let me bust out the silicone. Oh, hold on. First things first. Need to put some rail ties in here. Guys, here we go. Right, so get those rail ties in there and line it up a little bit better. Woo, here we go. So spread this out. This stuff sets up pretty quick, and the best part is that you really don't need a tremendous amount of this. This stuff really holds pretty good. All right, here we go. Start laying this puppy in. I'm gonna have probably a little bit of fun trying to get these underneath these ties over here. So I'm going to try to get in here with this X-Acto blade and lift this. There we go. Once I get this track back in, you can repin that down. That's that, boys and girls. we are tracking happy. It's actually, oh, there we go. I'm actually hitting the top of the tide, I think. Oh, I don't. It's I did a little glue thing there to help me hold a straight line as straight as I could. This actually works really well to straighten out your stuff. Okay, that's laid in, and push that down, and we'll take a little friend over here. Yeah, guys, if you ever, I just happen to have a piece of, I just happen to have a little piece of plexiglass in my toolbox. So, that worked fine. The speed we're going to be traveling through that will be perfectly fine. So, got to do a little tuning on this switch. There's a little dirt in there, I think. But, pick up a piece of, a lot thicker than it, get a nice thick piece of plexiglass, and just, I just put a couple of boxes on the bottom to big up the gap, and one red washer, give me a little more space. And now you've got a rolling track gauge. You can actually check it out. I'm going to put a set of steel wheels on this because I have a set of steel wheels that I'm taking off of a scrap. I got I bought a couple of I bought a couple of freight car kits, freight cars at a swap, and one of them is in not so good shape. It's pretty much junk. I just bought it to for parts, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use it for parts. That's all it took. Just a little filing. Hit him with a little file. Now we got nothing but smiles. All right. So let me throw this switch because it's not thrown. I'm gonna have to go back inside. This switch has been giving me trouble since I put it in. So apparently it broke its point right there. So I have to fix that. This switch is thrown. No, that switch is good. All right. I was not having any trouble with that earlier. Now I'm having trouble with that switch. Alright, so as you can see, everything is not peachy. It was everything ran yesterday with the switcher on it, but now, as you can see, as I'm checking it with this thing, it's giving me trouble. So this broke. I got to fix that, and then I think I just got a little bit of dirt in here, or I probably just got to do the same thing over here and open up this frog a little bit. That just seems to be that the point I have on the frogs is just a little too much. So they're not playing nice with the wheel sets. Yeah, that seems to have done it. So, yep, I'll fix this. And we'll go from there. Alrighty. There we go. Want to make the choo-choo sounds? No, I'm not making choo-choo sounds. Alright, we'll weigh these down, and we'll go from there. That's going to be it for this episode. Yeah, thanks for watching Jack on Tracks. Like and subscribe. Really, guys, hit that like button, please. It helps me out. It helps me out. And stay tuned for the giveaway. We're gonna announce it. I found I think we're gonna do a box car, but I think we're gonna it's gonna be a pulpwood car. I found it. I just gotta see if I can get it still. It's still available, and we're gonna make I'm gonna make a load for it out of wood from outside, and then that'll be my giveaway. Be a custom made car for you guys. All right. And as always, I'll pay the shipping, everything else on it. Giveaway to you guys, appreciation. Ooh, that feels nice. All right. That's basically it today. Thanks for watching Jack on Tracks. And yeah, guys, hit that like button, please. And as always, catch you later.